guys probably know of Hillary Clinton's private email that she had when she was Secretary of State, which is what she was not supposed to have under some of the laws. Now, obviously, some people have condemned her for keeping a private email, which went against the law, but one person came out and criticized her, which is very odd, and I'll explain. Dinesh D'Souza, director of 2016 Obama's America and America, Imagine a World Without Her, criticized her for her lawlessness. Though she's not the only one that Dinesh criticizes. He criticizes President Obama, Hillary Clinton, Harry Reid, and Nancy Pelosi for thinking that because they're lawmakers, they consider themselves to be above the law. Kind of funny considering the fact that he violated campaign finance laws in 2012 and is serving a 5-year sentence for it.
More and more parents are choosing not to vaccinate their kids. They're making this decision because they're afraid that chemicals in the vaccinations may cause autism or cancer. Or at least that's what a few hippies said on their health blogs. Even though there is no evidence whatsoever that supports these claims, parents are still worried and choose to have their children not be inoculated for viruses such as the flu. Seriously, who are these people? Can someone confiscate their kids before they spread disease to babies who are too young to vaccinate? Before you know it, you're gonna have kids playing on the playground with plague and smallpox, but at least they'll be reading at a 10th grade level. Let me ask you this, parents of these kids. Do you remember the last time you missed school because you had a case of smallpox? No, because your parents had you vaccinated. Even though the guy who originally made these autism and cancer claims, his research was proven completely false, parents still find another reason to hate vaccines, like they're not all natural or they come from a test tube. Okay, let's go out to the vaccine tree and pick a few syringes off the branches. Or how about we go extract the virus from an all-natural source like a pile of cow dung? That's safe, right? And then there's the whole my child gets to choose argument. Well, guess what, parents? No child likes getting a shot. And if they do, you might want to admit them to rehab preemptively. What if your child chose to have a bowl of rusty nails and a tall glass of antifreeze in the morning for breakfast? Would you support their decision?
So this week, Apple's been really busy with releasing new products with their Spring Forward keynote. If you weren't watching it during school Monday, I will give you a little recap. HBO announced that they would have a new service exclusively for Apple TV called HBO Now, and that's about it. And then they announced something I would think of as a successor to the MacBook Air. Why do I say successor? Because they still make the MacBook Air. What? This new product is called MacBook. What really scares me about this new product is it's only 13.1 millimeters thick, and it weighs 2 pounds. That's just way too thin to be a laptop. I mean, Bendgate was behind us, and next thing that's gonna happen is gonna be some kind of MacBook Gate bend thing. So the way they cut down with this laptop was they removed everything except the headphone jack and the little power connector, which acts as a USB port. So the worst part about this is, let's say you wanted to hook up a flash drive to your computer. You can't do that. You have to buy an adapter first to be able to plug your flash drive into the computer, which will make your 2-pound lightweight laptop look like this. And no one wants a million adapters lying around their computer. I mean, just no, why? Also, this is the first ever fanless MacBook. Now, I have to admit, I've been dogging out the MacBook, but I have to say, it looks amazing. The Apple MacBook will ship April 10th. So next up, the Apple Watch. Originally announced back in September of 2014, this watch seemed very promising, I have to admit. Until they finally told us how much they would cost. To me, the Apple Watch Sport Edition, which is the most affordable watch out of the bunch, looks awful. Now you can get their other watches for a more expensive price. But the one I really wanted to talk about is the Apple Watch Edition. This is made out of 18 karat gold, something that you really don't see in like any watches unless you're wearing a Rolex watch. So how much will this Apple Watch Edition cost? Starting at the low price of $10,000. You heard right, $10,000. And if you want a gold like chain watch band for it, you can count on $17,000, according to the BBC. With that much money, you could buy 48.5 Apple Watch Sport Editions. Now, if you would like to buy this watch, it will be released April 24th, 2015.
Welcome to Walking with Fitz. I'm Fitz. Let's start walking. You've heard it by now. We all know Jimmy Graham is a Seattle Seahawks. Surprised a lot of people. A lot of people were very angry with the move when it first happened, including myself. I was under the impression that they didn't know what they were doing because they practically gave away Jimmy Graham, in my mind, to Seattle and didn't get any defense out of it. Yet Mickey Loomis comes out and says, we're doing this to improve our defense, but the only player we get is a center. So unless we do something with that draft pick, I don't know what it's going to be. Thoughts on the Jimmy Graham trade?
I don't know who that is.
It is what it is. I don't really care.
What are your thoughts on it?
I like it.
You like it? Why do you like it?
Because Jimmy Graham's a luxury you can't afford, and tight end's probably like maybe one of the least more important positions.
Thoughts on the Jimmy Graham trade?
Horrible, terrible idea.
Why do you think it's terrible?
Because I love Jimmy Graham. I wish we still had him.
Ryan, thoughts on Jimmy Graham?
I don't know. I think it's a good idea. I think that there's too much money in one player, so.
We're going back to the Sports Authority.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
No, not today. I don't know what to say.
Jimmy Graham.
Too late.
Is it good? Is it not good? And why?
Jimmy Graham is taller than I am by a foot. Not that I'm jealous, maybe a little. Why? His tenure with the Saints. It was fun. It was real. It just wasn't real fun. That's all I got to say about it.
Brother Jeffrey, what do you think about the Jimmy Graham trade? Who? Jimmy Graham, the tight end for the Saints. He's one of arguably the best tight end in the NFL. Just got traded to Seattle for a center.
I think anybody with a tight end ought to see the doctor.
What do you think about the Saints?
Good move.
Good move? Why is it a good move?
Too much money.
Too much money?
Yep.
I think it's a good idea. The Saints had a money problem. They were way over the salary cap, and they got rid of Jimmy Graham, period. We got the best offensive lineman, or center, and now I think we're going to be a really good team.
What are your thoughts on the Jimmy Graham move?
On the who?
Jimmy Graham being traded to Seattle.
Who's Jimmy Graham?
Jimmy Graham, the tight end for the Saints.
What's a tight end? And who are the Saints?
Like Jimmy Graham, though. Hate to see him go.
How big of a blow do you think it'll be next season as far as like win-losses are concerned?
Production-wise, who knows? You know, it's hard to say, but they do have a lot of weapons. Drew's a great quarterback, so probably make it work.
Speaking of Drew, there are rampant rumors coming out today that he is on the trade block. Your thoughts on that?
I think that'd be crazy. He's one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league. You know, he's got a good 3 years left. I think he's our best shot at getting back to the bowl.
What do you think about the possibility of the Saints trading Drew Brees?
He's the face of the franchise. It's a terrible idea. He should take a pay cut, but he should not be traded.
Who's Drew Brees?
I don't think they do that yet.
What do you think would have to happen for them to do that?
I think he'd have to get paid a lot more than he is now.
Source for all things confidential and classified on campus. Many of you have probably seen the black fence that has gone up on the eastern side of campus, directly adjacent to the theater. They have told you that this is merely a construction site for a new gym in construction. But if this is a new gym in construction, why do they need to hide? What are they hiding? What is the meaning of the black fence? First, they hide the tunnels from you. Now, what are they hiding behind the black fence? My friends, be wary of Operation Black Fence. And as always, keep both eyes open. That is all.
And then I said, why don't you go take a hike? Oh my God, I'm hilarious.
You are.
Hey boys, you want some cookies?
Oh, cool. How much are the cookies?
They're $4 a pop.
Oh, cool. I've got $2.
I got $2.
Okay, 1 box of trefoils, please.
Dude, what's wrong with you? We always get the Thin Mints.
No, trefoils are better though.
No, but the Thin Mints are the best.
Everyone knows
Dude,
trefoils
they're
are
the
better.
classics.
Literally everyone
You can't
knows
go against
this.
the classics.
Okay.
Trefoils are the staple American.
They're not. Listen. No, Thin Mints are
Everyone loves them. Literally everyone.
No, Thin Mints are the best.
So my little sister loves.
Listen. Chocolate is the main
Staple of America, like Eagles.
Listen, you don't understand anything.
Staples of America.
Thin Mints are the national.
Talking about the
Girl Scouts. You don't know
You
anything.
got Girl Scouts. You got
It
Trefoils.
has nothing to do with this. Listen,
I don't care about your macaroons.
you don't. Macaroons. Why is this even coming in?
No. I don't care about your tagalongs.
Tagalongs. No, Thin Mints. Trefoils are
The god level.
Are you kidding me? They're not even on their level. They're
Okay,
like the
this
sub-level
isn't even
of
up for
Girl
debate.
We have like the king, the crown king of.
Even the color of the box, it's
And it's
blue.
green.
Everyone loves blue.
Green. Everyone loves green.
No. Nobody loves green.
Everyone loves
You're the only guy who loves green.
I'm not the only guy that loves green. My mother loves green.
Look at your
My
shirt.
mother loves
Your
green.
shirt is blue. Whatever. You know what? Why should I listen to you, creator of Pennison Squared? It's not like you know anything if you create something stupid as that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Really? Do I review crappy movies? Do I have to be forced to not have any good Oscar picks or suggestions? Most of your picks weren't even of the Oscars.
Listen, that's not my fault. That's the Academy's fault for being stupid, okay? My decisions are obviously the best ones because I made them.
Well, you know what? People in this school just don't have good taste because I am hilarious and I know it.
Oh my god, that was rough.
Yeah, whatever. I stole as well. Give me the clothing. Hello and welcome to Guerilla Wolves Movie News. I'm Parker Lane. Now, those of you who've been watching for a while, which is pretty much everybody, unless you're Michael Sinapa and miss every other day of school, know that I love horror movies. The only problem with liking horror movies is nowadays most of them are horror. The last one to come out was Woman in Black 2. Did anyone actually see that? No! Well, I did, and I'm pretty sure watching Smurfs 2 in the dark would have been scarier. But I digress. This week we had a film called The Lazarus Effect about a woman who's brought back to life and starts acting weird. The film stars Olivia Wilde, Mark Duplass, and Childish Gambino. It's an unusually star-studded cast for a movie like this. Normally these from the producer of Paranormal Activity movies opt for unknown and cheaper actors. Well, I guess the extra money paid off because this movie's actually really cool. The film really runs with the consequences of playing God, and there's some awesome horror imagery in this. Of course, there are a few boo jump scare moments, but I mean, that has to happen in modern day horror movies, I guess. This film has a really creepy atmosphere as well. Well, at least in the first half, until it devolves into an action thriller like most horror movies like this do. Director David Gelb definitely had a clear vision for this project, as it's very meticulously planned out. I was surprised by how well it was handled considering his only other movies called Jiro Dreams of Sushi. Unfortunately though, this film is not perfect. Sometimes it's unfocused and sometimes it abandons plots for a cheap scare. It also randomly uses the twist ending from Event Horizon for some reason. But overall, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a solid watch. I almost dropped my cup. Go see it if your spine needs a good chilling. Until next time, I'm still Parker Lane.